Hi, my name is Curt Hagman. I'm the Chairman of the Board of Supervisors of San Bernardino County. And I wanted to just bring you a daily update right now, what's going on in your county. First of all, it's going to be reported today, we have 31 confirmed viruses. That's only about out of 400 testing though. So we know the virus is much more widespread than what we're reporting on the news right now. So we want to make sure that you heed these warnings and heed our orders and the state orders of stay indoors when you can. Make sure you follow all those different precautions of washing your hands and keeping your social distance. No getting together for our kids' play dates or anything like that. This is serious times. This is an event that has happened like once every 100 years. So we're trying to do our part on the county level and do extraordinary measures with our public safety, our police, fire, and medical personnel to try to respond to this challenge. And we hope that you could do the same for us. Please heed those orders. Our county is open. All our departments are opening, even though maybe some of the front doors are not open. We are open by phone call, online. Luckily, we've been going toward those services for a long time now of going online. And so we still want to keep the regular county business going. The locations, we had many questions from my residents. Is it in my city? Do we have the virus in my city? Just assume that it's everywhere at this point. Until we get from hundreds of testings to tens of thousands of testings, we're going to have to keep testing those folks and getting more and more resources in. As you see in the news, it's very hard, difficult to get the resources that we need, but we're fighting every day, working with our cities, our state government, and our federal agencies to get the resources we need here in San Bernardino County so we can provide that public health care. A lot of people probably already got the coronavirus and have recovered. They may not even know they were sick. 65 and older, health conditions, those type of things, we really need to heed those warnings and stay indoors and call your doctor if you have any problems whatsoever. But if you feel sick, stay at home. Let someone know. Be in contact with your healthcare provider. This will ride its course and we will get through this together. We want this to end as fast as you do. We want to get back to normal life. And these precautions we're taking, and it's weighing heavily on our residents. People are losing their jobs, businesses are going bad, and we're trying to get that information to you on a day-to-day basis of what both the federal government and the state government is giving us to work with you on those resources. Currently today, the Senate's debating a bill that will bring lifelines to those businesses and people who have lost their jobs. But the county's doing what we can within our power to help you as well. We just put out an order today, our colleagues and I, to make sure that there won't be any foreclosures or evictions, or you won't lose critical utilities to your home. For the next 30, 60 days, we'll go little by little on this to go through it to make sure you have a place to stay and that you're covered. Doesn't mean you can't pay your bills. Okay, but if you can't pay it today, we're going to give you some time to try to pay it, and you won't be on the street. So if you can pay your rent, please do, and we're going to have those more resources out there too. Suspending or waiving as many fees as we can, extending that time period you have to go. So if you're a small restaurant a small business, a restaurant that's out of closed for the next 30 days, we're going to extend your health permits and other things that we can do within our power to help you stay afloat during this critical time. We are closing many of the public facilities, and that's to heed the governor's order of no social gatherings. So that means if you're not with your immediate family, you should not be getting together. No neighbor visiting, no play dates for your kids, no birthday parties. Give us a couple weeks to get a handle on this. Let's try to get this together and get this crisis over with as fast as we can. But it takes you to do your part as well as what we're doing. I went to the EOC yesterday, and just let you know we have the finest EOC in the nation. You got to put this in perspective. San Bernardino County is the largest geographical county in the United States. We're larger than 9 states in population and in geographical size. We're a state on our own. Okay, but our EOC is very experienced, and I went there and I asked a lot of questions over to the EOC director, and we have plans and contingencies for many, many different scenarios here in San Bernardino County. We're doing our job and they're doing their part. We have great professionals in there planning for any contention that we may have in San Bernardino County. We hope we never have to use it, but I'm satisfied that we have the plans in place in case something does go down. We have we call it a JIC, Joint Information Center, where we get information if you need information. Okay, and please get ready to write this down if you have questions to call, non-health related, but give us a call at 909-387-3911. Hopefully we get you point in the right direction for resources. Like I said, this is very fluid. Things are changing daily. And so as information comes in, we want to make sure you have up-to-date information that may affect you. We also are putting more and more information on our websites as we get it. More resources, more web links to other agencies that can hopefully help with any issues you may have. We're working with IEHP as well to set up a nurse hotline. That will be on pretty soon for those medical questions that you may have. So we're putting all the resources that we can out to you and communicate the best we can with you all the time. First of all, I got to thank all our first responders that really stepped up to do in this time of crisis. Our Sheriff's Department, our police agencies, our fire, our county fire, and especially the medical personnel and the nurses on the front lines treating us. We're just starting to see what other counties and other states are going through right now. And unfortunately, to be real with you, it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. But the measures we're taking together as a county, as residents, it will hopefully shorten that and make it less disruptive to the best of our ability. When times of crisis, it's fun to see how the goodness of people comes out. So we started a new social media campaign called COVID Kindness, hashtag COVID Kindness. We reached out to our stores and said, look, we're having these people stay at home, and especially for our elderly and some of the folks that have special needs, we need a special time for them to go shopping. And I'm proud to say that most every chain that I know has special shopping hours that they can come in so they don't have to be crushed together and standing in lines for supplies. First of all, there's no reason to hoard. We are in the logistic capital of the West Coast. Well, all those warehouses and the valley and everything else has all the supplies we need, and we're just buying more than usual. That's why sometimes you see the shelves empty. But as we buy normally, every couple of weeks or every week for our family, that's enough to keep us going. The supplies will be refurbished as quickly as they can logistically get there. A lot of the stores are hiring temporary work to go up with the demand what they have in the stores. But it's really nice to see corporate San Bernardino stand up, small businesses San Bernardino stand up and support our residents. I've seen great stories about restaurants passing out free food to seniors or to other first responders and such to help us all get this together. By helping each other, neighbor to neighbor, business to our neighbor, we're going to be much better off for this. And I want you to highlight that on my social media or in the county's social media. We need some good news now and then with all the stuff we see every day on the news being somewhat depressing. I was walking my dogs the other day, and it was funny because it's kind of twilight at night, and I see this guy passing out stuff out of the back of his truck, and me being in my position, I'm thinking something's going wrong, but it ends up that he was passing out free toilet paper to all the neighbors because he had an extra surplus from his business. Those are the type of acts that go a long way. Pass on that kindness to your fellow neighbor. Help if you're going to go make a food run and stay on those lines. Maybe pick up stuff for your neighbors. Just keep your social distance. You're 6 feet apart when you make that happen. There's also a cry because people are staying indoors, things that we normally take for granted that we think are there. We need your help. So if you want to help, especially like blood donation, contact Red Cross. If you're healthy, please donate blood when you need to, and work on other ways you can work for your cities as well as the county to give back to your community. Be personally responsible. Heed the health warnings from CDC. Wash your hands. Make sure that you're staying in your social distance. Make sure you're staying in your core groups. And remember, SB strong. We're San Bernardino. We're strong. We'll get through this together.